From El Paso, Texas, one of college football's oldest bowl games, the Sun Bowl. The Pac-12's Oregon State and the ACC's North Carolina. Another installment in one of the great chapters of college football. Since 1936, the Sun Bowl has been played. This year's installment is the 89th in the Bowl's history.
Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
And up first is North Carolina. UNC was an ACC contender a few years back. They've struggled in recent memory. North Carolina actually played in this bowl game last season. They won over USC. Third and 3 is enough for a first down.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
I'll tell you, the running backs and the quarterbacks in this offense, they got to give a lot of their success running the football to this offensive line up front. They're getting tremendous push. It doesn't matter who has the football.
So how about North Carolina this season? Do we have their stats ready?
Yeah. That they started off the season with lost to UCF, then racked up 5 wins. Then afterward, they suffered back-to-back losses against Florida State and Georgia Tech. Then afterward, they went on a little streak, beating Virginia Tech, then losing to Miami, then winning their last 2 games against Duke and NC State.
All right. Gonna air it up there. Dropped. We have 3 BCS Bowls, the final 3 BCS Bowls coming up today. The Peach, the Orange, and the Fiesta are our final 3 today.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Tar Heels will have it first and 10. Motion from the offense. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got it.
Oh, rounding the corner. Yard short. It'll be second and 1.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Criswell. Throws to the wide.
Airing it out there.
Complete to the left.
Got it. To the 13.
After he rips off a huge play.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field and pick the open receiver.
And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a man. The short hands, it's Hampton. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting tackled for loss.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Buying some time.
Gonna run it himself. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Touchdown, North Carolina!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
That kick is up and good.
They get the first 7 of
And North Carolina
They march
strikes first in the 20 Tiger Sun Bowl.
drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Beavers
And here's Oregon State for the first time today.
and it won't be easy to
They weren't expected to make a bowl this season, but they managed to creep their way in. Danny, you got anything to say about Oregon State?
Down half of the field, playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man
Yeah,
and
I
lock
do.
down the best guys on
That
each side.
Oregon State, the first start of the season, is in a 3-0. Wins against Columbia, New Mexico, and Ole Miss, but then they went 0-3. Lost to Utah, Stanford, and Washington. Then they went back and forth. Wins against Arizona, but losing to TCU. Wins to UCLA, lost to Cal, then finally win against Washington State, and a loss to Oregon.
Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Back and forth.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
All right, end of one. Oregon State with the ball, but it's North Carolina leading 7-0.
Period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. On target. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They're going to throw it again.
Throwing it up there again. Caught.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The Beavers come to the line in the hurry up. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake.
On play action. Get it away, incomplete.
Chance there, he just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Throws to the
Throwing it.
tip.
No.
Put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
And here comes the offense on second down. The RPO.
Uh-oh, look out.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. From the gun, looking for a man.
Time's running out. He'll throw it to the end zone.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything.
Nothing.
Just to play another play.
Sometimes you just gotta.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming.
Keeping it himself
Push down.
to the 2-yard line.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it third and manageable. Put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice second down play.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. Looking to throw, it's McCoy.
Oops. Gonna throw it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
He will score! Touchdown, Oregon State! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
What?
Sometimes love is a slow burn. That's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
On to attempt
What the?
try.
I don't know.
Right down
What
the
the Sigma?
boulevard. So a drive there of 85 yards.
Yeah, it's kind of all you can say.
They finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down.
Like we're not even trying here to make these jokes. They just happen.
Down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers.
Air it up there.
And that one's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. Had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight
And
end.
they will get that first through the air.
Coming up for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll go hurry up here. He's looking to throw it. Release to the back. Grabbed in
Running back throw gets past the 45 into Oregon State territory, trying to take the lead before halftime.
Which is picked up.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Tar Heels are in the hurry up. The aerial assault continues. Got his man down.
In traffic
They make the stop.
to the 25. You're in field goal range now.
Give 'em a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down.
Into the end zone. No.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Looking downfield, it's Criswell.
Pressure's coming. He's going to be sacked.
And down he goes at the 33. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a
On a dump screen.
screen to the running back. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you
And they'll try a field goal. This will give them a 3-point lead.
from keeping drives alive. Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion.
This one from 40.
Set up fourth and long. You're going to get
And no issues there.
some water and so on.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Clemens. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Scanning the field, it's McCoy.
He's going to run it himself. Sliding for the gain of 7.
Before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Just enough time to get off one more snap.
This will be the last play of the half, most likely. And they'll just let the clock run. At the end of 2 quarters, North Carolina leads 10-7.
Provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this first half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
The Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half.
So it's Oregon State who will take it to start the second.
10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
Caught over the middle. It's Terry. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with
Oregon State's been mostly shut down by North Carolina. They've been doing a good job of keeping the ball away from the Beavers.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quickly to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. He's
Don't need to make that decision because they get to the logo and it's a first down.
crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Beavers are rolling down the field. Looking to throw, it's McCoy.
Oh, he's got a lot of room to work to the 30-yard line.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body, wide.
And that's one of those chunk plays you want
routes and box
to really open up your playbook.
I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Back to the air one more time.
Airing it up there. Oh, that would have been a touchdown, but he dropped it.
To the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw.
He'll throw it up to the sideline.
Makes the catch along
Caught.
the sidelines and
Despite the defender's best efforts. What a play.
Have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch. He got some positive catch.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they love to convert this 3rd and short.
Incomplete.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their
Interesting little fact about
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football. And
Gotta fact check me.
They know
Actually, forget that fact. I double checked. It wasn't true. We're going to try and tie it here. Oregon State. This one is from 41. Kick is on the way. And he got it.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field and
So this game is tied with 1:55 to go in the third.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Criswell.
On a screenplay, not a lot of competition to get to the 22.
Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass.
In traffic, has a man open.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
He's going to pass.
Doesn't have anywhere to go. He's going to be sacked.
For the sack. They got to him.
And the clock is bleeding here in the third.
Was he back there quicker?
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw.
Has a man open
Grabbed over the middle.
to midfield.
Several defenders.
Gonna be a yard short of the first.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
That will run out the clock at the end of 3.
Tooth and nail through.
This game is tied at 10.
Is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. On third and short.
That's enough for a first down. North Carolina's good history of running backs
First defender
shows through yet again.
at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Looking for room. It's Barlow. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Criswell.
Gonna throw it to the wide open man. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Timing and
what yard you're running to, the quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field.
Kick is up and good, and North Carolina takes a lead with 4:04 to go.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion.
And look at this, rounding the corner.
Dominated.
Oregon with 3.5, Oregon State rather, with 3.5 minutes. Not gonna let this game slip away.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You gotta
Beavers have a chip on their shoulder. They felt like they weren't supposed to be here,
From the 39-yard line, it's first
but they're proving everybody wrong.
to the air. It's McCoy.
Gonna throw it. Has a man open.
Got him downfield,
Can anyone catch him? They will.
and he gets a big
But they're well into North Carolina territory now.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll keep it himself.
Option play and some pixels along with it.
7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's
Catch is going to be short of the first. It's going to be 3rd and 1. And the 2-minute warning.
from getting the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Looking to throw for it.
Gonna air it to the end zone. Too much juice.
Going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up.
They'll run it up the middle. That's enough for a first.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, "Give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team." And he comes through big time.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They piece together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What
A big sack. That's gonna put him way back.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
110.
It's McCoy.
Gonna throw it.
And the pass is
Tipped.
incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California, late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back,
With minute 7, ball game might be on the line here for Oregon State.
Looking to throw, and he needs
He's going to be sacked again.
and the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw
On a
it, but
4th and very, very long. He'll throw it.
as he lets it go.
No, he's not going to get it, and that might do it.
On fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Is this ball game?
On the move.
North Carolina's going to hand it off, and they're going to get a first down. That should do it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Defense
And for the second straight year, North Carolina's going to come to El Paso
Loves running.
and take the Sun Bowl.
It's in between the tackles. He keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The
UNC gets it done. 17-10 the final. Coming up next, it's the Pop-Tarts Bowl, where dreams really do come true. Florida State and UCF. One down, 4 to go. Florida State can just wear their own ways, but UCF, I'll leave that to you. I got noise in the other room. Hang on. All right, let's do this.
Glad to have you with us from Orlando.
It's 5 simple words.
Destinations in the entire land.
Dreams really do come true. And we've got a dream matchup right here between the two best teams in Florida this season, UCF and Florida State. UCF number 10 in the country, Florida State boasting a 9-win record out of the ACC.
Taking on a team from the Big 12, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
It's the Knowles and the Knights from Orlando.
Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game.
This bowl game is underway. UCF will get us started.
Coming out with it, it's Harvey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UCF Knights offense takes the
And
field.
taking the field first, we have the UCF squad out of the Big East. Their first season in the Big East, and they've been playing up to that 2023 national champion pedigree.
Such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, Dave.
And there's a reason why this team is still a top 10 team, even with not playing in a conference championship, even with being a 10-2 squad and playing in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Daniel, let's talk about UCF.
Try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman?
Yeah, that UCF, they first started off hot, wins against Louisiana and North Carolina, but then lost to Dave Show, their first loss since 2022.
Their first loss since 2022 against North Carolina.
On that one, a huge pickup on that play.
Yep, then afterward, they did go on a bit of a streak, beating Pitt, UConn, good Louisville team, Georgetown, West Virginia, and St. John's. Then they took another loss to Cincinnati. Then afterward, they did rack up with 2 season-ending wins against Villanova and USF in double overtime.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's able
He'll get to about the 50-yard line on the quarterback run.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground.
And I feel like some people are going to sleep on this team for not making that far in the postseason. What would you have to say to a lot of naysayers around UCF?
Be ready. First season of Power Conference and 10 wins. Expect a lot next season.
Whoa! Dropped.
complete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going
3rd and 2 from the stadium formerly known as the Citrus Bowl.
using your
UCF's former home.
running through him, and guess what?
You know, this is a truck stop stadium. Home of the
Oh, truck stop.
home of the
Dave Show University Truckers.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 40.
I'm sure Dave would love that we're using his stadium for the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
If you're on offense here, you're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down. To throw.
Over the middle of the field, first down.
Excellent job.
And make it 3 first downs already in this game.
Picking up a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open.
And this
Between those two.
this UCF fan base is certainly no less passionate in the Pop-Tarts Bowl than they were playing in the Sugar Bowl last season. Make no mistake about it. Orlando is a football town.
Coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get
I think it's somewhere the IRL UFL should be looking at for a team. They probably are, considering.
They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
Man, that D-tackle
I think the top 2 destinations for that league are going to be Orlando and San Diego.
lineman getting to the running back, cat-like quickness.
The Knights headed quickly to the line.
On 3rd and 2 from about the 20.
They'll run.
Handoff is stopped.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And they'll send out the kicker to
Try a simple field goal here.
from the left hash. He'll try to bend in a 37
Kick is on the way. And it's good. UCF lost their game to Cincinnati on a missed field goal. Certainly not going to make that mistake today. I believe they lost their 2 games by a combined, what, 10 points?
Around that.
So even as a 10-2 team, they're not getting blown out in these games. Florida State heading on the field. FSU has had quite a rebound season from last year. They struggled immensely last year. There's a sack on the play. While not the ACC contender that they were hoping for this year, I think Florida State is rebounding. And I think they might sneak into the top 25 with a win today.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Back to throw, it's Glenn.
Gonna heave this one deep. And he connects. Gonna go all the way. Touchdown Seminoles.
And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
6 for number 6.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Just a dime for 6. And Florida State has the lead with 42 seconds to go in the first.
He'll try to tack on one more.
PAT is through.
Point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They're going to throw it to start the drive.
Pressure's coming.
And it's
He'll throw it, but he drops.
hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think if he caught it, that would have lost yardage, so.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Gets it past him.
That's enough for a first down. But I'll end the first quarter with Florida State on top, 7-3.
State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run
Stuffed.
until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Knights want to crank the tempo. Wide out in motion. Brown wants to pass.
Trying a screen again. It's not going to go anywhere.
He never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in
Play action on 3rd and long. Not close.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
The Knights will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
Punt is away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it.
They're going to run it up the gut, and that's a 1st down.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw.
Gonna throw it.
He's got it.
Got it.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive...
Oh.
Just letting this thing catch up because it's a little bit
All right.
on the bad quality side.
Fair enough.
Scared every time
There
they
you
had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Glenn.
Looking. It's going to be picked off.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked
Oh, he's still going to the 40.
And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession did
He's going to be sacked.
Feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15.
Airing it.
He makes the connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup.
And that's more yardage, at the very least. 3rd and 5. They didn't pick up the 1st down. It's 3rd and 5.
Like, he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw
On
it
3rd down. That's enough for a first.
It's Pittman.
To the 24-yard line.
Enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to
Caught past the 15. Timeout Knights. The touchdown would give UCF a 3-point lead.
This offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air.
Gonna air it. First down, it'll be just short of the end zone, but good position for the Knights.
But it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra
Mustard on the beat.
you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback.
Option play, and again he'll be just short.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd?
To the end zone, touchdown Knights.
Touchdown, UCF!
And the defense just has to do a better job in coverage in that situation. Down close to the goal line, you know it's going to be man coverage. You just have got to do a better job sticking on your guy. And the defender just simply got beat.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra
It's
point
up
puts them
and
behind
through.
the goal. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they closed that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll start the return inside his 5.
10 seconds to go in the half.
For some running room, and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
They will try just running the ball, and that'll take us down. Clock will run. It'll be the end of the first half, and after 2 quarters, UCF has fought back to get the lead, 10-7.
Fellas, 2 quarters down in the Pop-Tart Bowl. A couple of teams battled their way here into bowl season looking to bring home some hardware. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
And we're back
The Knights will
in Orlando.
first, and we'll start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trying to set the tone with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Finds his back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it.
It's going to run it.
So important.
1st down.
These 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They're getting this guy lathered up. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that
Making a
run
2nd and 5.
mentality, now it opens up everything else.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Incomplete.
Broken up.
Went up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. To the air, it's Glenn. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
How about the play call there, guys? 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy
And UCF able to stall Florida State. It's going to be a 4th and 6 from the 44. They'll punt it.
And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first.
There's a flag on the field, though. Might be a running into the kicker penalty.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Seminoles are moving quickly.
What do you think of that?
He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Benson. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And the Noles with the 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 15. Gotta run it themselves.
Several defenders get
Gain of 9.
on that tackle.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. When you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's to a
And then a handoff
He'll be stopped
to the 1-yard line.
in the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Noles line it up with a 1st and goal.
They hand it off, and there's your touchdown. Florida State takes the lead.
With that, they got the lead here in the 2nd half.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they
So UCF now having to deal with a Florida State defense that's been commanding thus far.
Thing, man. Like you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The Knights will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll try to
Gonna run it.
Will.
Oh, he's got room to work. A lot of room to work. Finally brought down at the 44.
But he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll do it himself. And he was able to work his way for just a
And that will be
few
the end of the third quarter.
That's the end.
Florida State leads 14-10.
Has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and
Anyway, that's 4th and 2 now. And what is UCF's call? Do they go for it? Or they try and bring it down to only a lead of 1? They will go for it. It's only 2 yards you need to get. But this defense has been lights out thus far. On the option, can he round the corner? No! He stopped.
not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun.
The safety of the UCF Pop-Tarts are now in hand.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
We need UCF's Pop-Tart.
I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They've got the screen set up. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check.
A crucial 3rd and 1.
On the ball, the clock is on.
That's enough for a burst.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up 1.
Handoff only gets 1, as that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this.
Another handoff, timeout, Knights.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about solve this game away. Wants to throw. It's Glenn.
He's going to be brought down, and that's a lucky break for the Knights.
It's incomplete.
Well, third and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up fourth.
And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their
This is the
goal
first
line.
time Florida State has punted today.
And the punt will go into
Touchback.
the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these.
He's going to throw it
offenses in the
short.
last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw.
Gonna try and throw it. He'll run it himself. Can't find anyone open. But he's got a lot of room to work. To midfield.
Camper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
To the air on first down.
Gonna air it up there. Into traffic. It's dropped.
Hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Line getting set on second down. Brown will throw it.
Gonna throw it over the middle. It's intercepted.
And the ball is intercepted. Just a
And that might put these Pop-Tarts on ice.
on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Icing on the Pop-Tart. More like it.
Players make big-time plays in big-time.
The UCF Pop-Tarts are now toasted.
Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
I do not have a Pop-Tart, unfortunately.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art.
Do you want to give this back to UCF? See what happens?
Milking the clock and trying to get another
Sure.
score.
I think if you're the coaching staff too,
All right.
you'd like to see play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
And now on second down for this offense. On the ground with the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't know what that was about.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
69, nice.
They're running the field goal
Plan.
unit out there, and the only chance this one has is if they give it overnight delivery. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss,
Don't forget to switch off here.
the defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they
That's
have
UCF's final timeout.
This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is
And
winding
they're pretty much where they started their last drive. Gonna throw it over the middle of the field. It's caught.
right downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Is there gonna be enough time for them to get in?
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Here comes the spike.
Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
4 points separate this Pop-Tart Bowl. Up next is the Peach Bowl, Indiana and Temple.
Defense has a
Gonna throw it. Has a man open inside the 10 to the 5.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been
They're gonna hurry up and spike it here.
no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5.
Has a man open. Touchdown, Knights!
Touchdown, Knights! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Now Florida State can try and win it with 20 seconds. They have one timeout.
Late in the game.
A field goal will send us to overtime.
First drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3.
That PAT is true.
And he pushes the lead to
And UCF with a 3-point lead.
efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
They need another bomb like their first touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wastes no time and comes out.
Gonna throw it over the middle of the field. That's a first down. They'll call that last time out.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here.
Field goal range is the goal.
First down.
Just get rid of it.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
I would say get that Pop-Tart ready, Danny.
I got it right beside me.
Good to know. 8 seconds.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. After the incompletion, back to the passing game.
He's got to get rid of it again.
He'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win
Last
this game.
chance for the Seminoles.
A last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
They have heroics in them. He'll just get rid of it.
And the pass is incomplete.
Out of bounds. That'll be it.
And this will
UCF
might have been.
beats Florida State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Alright. You want to do that now or?
Well, the game's about to end, so we'll just wait for that. Well, game is over, so we can just wait. I guess since this is unskippable.
Yep.
Final score, 17-14 UCF. Bowl win for the 4th straight year. There it is. It's a little blurry in the back, but I do see it. That's Pop-Tart with the trophy on it.
Actually, let me just change up the background. Maybe that's why. Aha.
Alright.
Trophy.
Pop-Tart trophy. I believe this is the first time people on the channel are seeing your face.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have a Pop-Tart, but
Strawberry.
yeah. Up next, it's the Peach Bowl. Temple in Indiana. While you set up uniforms, I'm gonna grab myself something to eat. I'll be right back.
I recommend the Pop Tarts. Pretty good.
We're ready.
Mm-hmm.
From Atlanta, Georgia. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's the Peach Bowl. Indiana, runners-up of the Big Ten. BCS bowling for the second time. They'll be taking on the Big East champs for the second time in 3 years. It's the Temple Owls.
The Indiana Hoosiers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going.
Two teams who are dark horses in their own respect. Indiana was not expected that they bounced back as quickly as they did. Meanwhile, Temple were major underdogs in the championship game against Cincinnati.
The Owls will kick it away to get this game going.
This game is underway. We're back BCS bowling.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So Indiana's offense making their way on the field to open this game. We'll see if this quarterback can.
And so Indiana is up first. Let's talk about the Hoosiers, Danny.
Team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
First down, Indiana.
Here's the second down play.
Oh wait, whoops! I just realized I was muted.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. All right, so Indiana started the season at 5-0. Wins against ACC champion Virginia, UMass, Illinois, Minnesota. Then they had two back-to-back losses, losing to both Penn State and Michigan. Afterwards, they went on a bit of a streak, beating FCS Delaware State, Chicago, Ohio State, Michigan, and Purdue. Then lost in the Big Ten Championship against Michigan.
They pick up the first on the ground. And the Hoosiers moving quickly down the field here.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, that's what you want to see as an offense.
Indiana hoping to prove that they belong here.
About trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
The Hoosiers will have first and 10 here.
On the screenplay,
That's an RPO caught on the left side.
We see this all over the country now in college football.
maybe 2nd and 2. We might see these teams
A little bit deeper, forcing
in the 2KU Challenge.
things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback.
2KU Challenge participants will be announced
Way of staying ahead of
the Monday of the
Second down.
on the 2KU Weekly podcast, Monday after the national championship.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
And that will start, and we'll be doing it over the week from that Tuesday up until Friday night.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. try to run for the first down.
That's another first down. No, it'll be called 4th and inches.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down.
How gutsy is Indiana going to be?
Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got
Not very.
and inches.
And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away.
Goes away.
It's out of bounds. Not
Out of bounds.
very long. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play.
And with that, say hello to the Temple Owls, Danny.
The first chance we had to see them today. This wide receiver, Kirk, is so
I
dynamic.
was eating another Pop Tart, but
Mhm.
in Temple, they first started the season 2-2, wins against Penn UAB, but lost to USF and Penn State. Afterward, they went on a 3-game streak.
Intercepted!
It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this
They
defense
then went on a streak, beating Syracuse, UMass, and St. John's. Then they lost to Cincinnati. Then afterward, they went on another streak, including a conference championship win against Cincinnati.
He puts into traffic and it costs his team in a big way.
the offense gifted with
For Temple, this is only the second time they've been to the BCS. Last time was in 2022. They got demolished by Virginia Tech in the Orange Bowl.
behind the line. It's important. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Ball handed to the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Now it's 3rd and short with the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown.
3rd and 9.
Back, we're gonna throw
Gonna air it. Has made open past the 10.
near the sticks.
First down.
They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
What a great route here by this tight end on 3rd down, and the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on 3rd down? Of course, the tight end, and now we've got 1st and goal.
The Hoosiers looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Dropping back.
Looking on 1st and goal. Has man open. Touchdown, Indiana.
And he's in. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Well, they began by
And the gritty approves.
and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0.
And Indiana will strike first. 7-0. Excuse me.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
That Pop Tart, it's good, but a little bit dry, so I'm gonna grab a quick drink.
All right. Temple coming back on the field.
And they stop him at the
Return.
3. That's solid coverage.
I still
Here comes the Temple.
can't get over how good that Rose Bowl was. I'll talk this more when Danny gets back, but
Only a small game. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
we have had some good BCS games thus far.
And the Owls come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket.
Gonna run it himself.
He'll
A yard short.
tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The
3rd and 1. Probably going to punch it up the middle here. They try rounding the corner, and that's the first down.
That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter.
Yes, here we are. The end of 1.
Has the lead here.
Indiana, 7-0.
The opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter.
The battle between Crimson and Cherry.
Handoff to the back.
And off.
Nice run.
Yard short.
Out of the 44. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Back to pass. It's Simon.
On 2nd and 1, he's going to be sacked.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Offense been in reverse.
3rd and 9.
Now a long way to go
And
to
back.
convert this third
Welcome
down.
back.
Got a Sprite.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
There's a throw. Has it open to the 30. First down.
Huge gain
As I was saying before,
inside the 30.
I still can't get over how good our Rose Bowl was. I think that might be up there as one of the best bowl games we've ever had.
Hey, that was a good one.
The Owls
Comeback win
offense
from
is
Oregon,
on the
and
move now.
Iowa almost took it back.
First down, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Adams.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
The Owls will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And now they run the draw play. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On 1st and 10, the handoff.
Stick with it on first down.
We'll make it a 2nd and 5.
Decent game.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Simon.
On 2nd and 5, has a man open to the 5.
Over the middle. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
2-minute warning.
We reach the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime.
Temple cannot take the lead before halftime.
And goal, great chance now to draw even.
Unless they get a turnover or something.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here.
They'll tie it with this touchdown, though. Touchdown, Owls.
And he will score. Touchdown, Owls.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Temple, for the last few years, has been a fringe team and has had to settle for being a fringe Big East contender. They're trying to prove that,
Now the
fringe or not, remove the fringe, they are just Big East contenders.
and it's good.
As they have won 2 championships in the last 3 years. Could this be, Danny, the dynasty that no one's talking about?
I believe it could potentially be. I mean, like what? Temple's won the Big East 2 times this 4 years. That they have done really well, especially within the Big East, and they have potential to rise, especially with the big market they're in. The only big problem is how strong some of the new teams are in the Big East.
Everything shifted around. No one thought that they would win the Big East this season because they were matched up against a brutal Cincinnati squad.
Trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Since he had natty aspirations. But you got to beat Temple before you can get there, and they didn't. They'll be playing up next in the Orange Bowl. Gonna air it. Timeout. As here's Temple. They're trying to win their first ever BCS Bowl game.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
Oh, there goes the ball.
Well, it seems like a screen pass is either feast or famine. You either completely fool the defense and you've got a lot of room to run behind a convoy of blockers, or there's just nowhere to go and the play gets blown up as we see here.
But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down.
That's how I feel, Kirk, about the screenplay. There's a man over the middle of the field. First down. Timeout. Hoosiers. Does Temple not have a mascot?
They're the Owls. Yeah, they do have a mascot.
Or, I mean, they don't have a mascot.
I thought they do.
I haven't seen him
No,
in.
they do.
I haven't seen him in this game.
I think it's another one where they just didn't add it to the game for some reason.
Sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Here comes 2nd and 8. And there's another screenplay with nowhere to go.
Let's grab an image of him.
3rd and 7. As the clock will run out at the end of the first half. This game is tied at 7.
Yeah, they do have a mascot.
Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches.
Yeah, I thought they had a mascot, but it's not in the game.
And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
The Hoosiers will kick it off.
Temple will get it back to try and take the lead here to start the second half.
Return starts from inside the 5. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The Owls offense is back out on the field now. Scanning the field. It's
Looking on 1st and 10 to the 25 to the 30 to the 34.
tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down.
On 1st down, has a man open. What a grab! Still on his feet to the 35.
Here, explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Owls will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
On 1st and 10, it's caught.
Big tight end for a short pass. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
That's just what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Or with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads
2nd and 5.
makes the throw on the slant, gets some really good yards.
They call the draw play here.
On the draw, it's enough
They
to
bring
get
him down.
just about the line. It's going to be 3rd and inches.
Marker inches away from a first down.
Well, they didn't press that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
3rd and short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? Can he make it to the marker?
He's got the 1st down. And now they're inside the red zone.
Picking up for first down.
There's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Owls looking to cash in the red zone.
And for everyone to get lined up.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. A handoff to the back.
On a handoff.
Able to fight for a decent
It's going to be 3rd and
lead
4.
on that running play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive
3rd and
going?
4. Can Indiana's defense hold firm? Or will Temple
Back. It's
strike again to the end zone? Almost intercepted, but it's incomplete.
hanging on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Hey, the good news is here.
And now for the Owls, decision time.
Lost themselves any points, but they could have more.
Bounces out of a defender's arms into the receiver's arms, but he can't hang on. Incomplete. Here comes the field goal. To make it a 3-point game,
Met kick
and there's no doubt about it.
middle. Can't hit it any
Temple. I believe this is the first time in school history they've ever led a BCS bowl game.
Maybe. Think so.
The only other time they played in one was 2022 in the Orange Bowl.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Scrambling
It's a nice
to the
gain.
30.
Football up to the 27.
Or brought down to the 27
Let's face it, most
on the
of
handoff.
linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes
One direction.
to take him in another direction because he's been blocked. So
That's big time rush.
those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
That's the same energy of that Scott the Woz bit. You know, Pizza Hut, eat fresh.
Yeah.
Come to the line.
Shout out to everyone who likes Scott the Woz.
Very short now.
Yeah, shout out to Scott the Woz.
To throw.
On 2nd and inches, they'll throw it.
Snags the
Got it.
throw.
First down.
Snap to the 44. That's good for a first down.
IU having to play from behind here. They're going to be able to line up before the end of the quarter. I don't think so. And they won't. That'll be the end of 3. Temple holds a 10-7 lead.
Temple on top right now. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? On 1st and 10 here.
Gonna air it out.
And then have
It's
a-
picked
intercept.
off.
Picked off by the defense. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
He's gonna win the peaches.
Coordinator tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it.
I never had a chance last year to make a joke about Peaches from Jack Black from the Mario movie. It's not by Bowser. He plays Bowser during it.
The Temple offense back on the field now. Last time out, they moved the ball
Indiana throwing the ball to Temple.
for a chip shot.
Peach.
Peach.
Drive to come out throwing.
I love that clip.
Catch is made
To
behind.
midfield.
Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain. So
And they'll
second
set up shop with
and
the logo. Up next is the Orange Bowl. Cincinnati and Georgia Tech.
the Owls hustle to the line to run the hurry.
Georgia Tech would be the home team, but they're probably going to wear white since that's what they do, apparently.
Yeah.
And the back now goes in motion. Back to pass. It's Simon.
They're on 2nd and 5.
Here's an easy completion to the back. Out of
Gets
the
to about midfield
defense scored
and not much further.
much of a gain on
It's going to be 3rd and 5 from the logo.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
So the ball plays right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Quarterback drops.
On 3rd and 5, he'll air it. Has a man open to the 36.
Game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to 3rd down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
The Owls begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback,
Heyo.
but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They look to throw it here on.
Gonna air it up. Dropped.
Pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Here we are, late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. And he'll set up to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen.
Not gonna be enough for a first.
Screen doesn't produce a first
And
down.
they might try another field goal to make it a 6-point game
Incredible job here by this
and make it so that Indiana would need a touchdown and a PAT to take the lead.
The question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
We had
Let the clock
warning.
go.
Offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win.
They're probably not going to. We've never seen a kick blocked in 2KU.
All-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here.
That kick is on the way, and it's good.
49 yards out
A
wide.
near 50-yarder. Just casually glides through.
Hope everyone at home is enjoying the stream.
I hope so.
Hope everyone got a snack and a glass of orange juice.
So after the field goal, the
And
kick
try not to
return
reach to the
again got
screen.
booted away.
Here we go.
This is football.
So no return here. He takes an
Probably smart not to return it.
Begin the drive at the 25.
Indiana down 6.
Offense back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Last drive ended in a pick.
Pass to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Chris, this is almost like taking a sack. Talking about a completion for a loss. Every yard is precious. So going backwards, obviously counterproductive to say the least.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Looking to pass. It's Rourke.
Gonna air it.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle.
Indiana gonna have to call that first timeout.
Wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. An important third down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 3. That's enough for a first. Oh, you can't hang on.
Defensive play brings up a fourth down.
And Indiana might have to get desperate here on 4th and 3.
On the same page, but the good news is it's fourth down and short.
But the one thing you don't
In this game, you've got
need to do, and you should never do in this situation, is panic.
Here we are late in a one.
Stay calm.
They're going to go for it.
It's not a lot of yards you need to get. It's only 3. But your ball game might be on the line if you can't get it. Has him in open! And that's what you need if you're IU. First down.
They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage. Drive keeps going.
just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
As the clock ticks, there will be just over a minute remaining.
Throw again.
Gonna air it.
Quickly.
Caught.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense comes out here, one last chance, one possession game. On 1st and 10.
Gonna air it. Has him in open. To the 15.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. And the Hoosiers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
You control the clock now if you're Indiana.
Here comes a throw from the
Gonna throw it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
touchdown, Indiana.
Boy, what more can you say about the execution of this offense with the game on the line? They tied the game up, extra point.
And with 43 seconds, this one might be coming down the wire too.
Now it kind of brings the question of, does Indiana want to just go for the 1-point lead, or do they want to make it by a field goal?
I don't think it would matter either way, so that's to play it safe.
Now here comes the point after attempt.
Either way, Temple's goal is to work downfield and try and get a field goal.
The BAT is up and good. They take a 1-point lead here in the final quarter.
And some random military guys approve.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they
Doing
give
some
the
push-ups.
returner an opportunity to bring this back.
Temple will take it out of the end zone
It's Wilson.
to about the 17, 16-yard line.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to
You have all of your timeouts,
Let's see what
and you're probably going to use them if you're Temple. Stream froze. Oh dear. I do believe the stream has crashed. All right, we're back. I'm assuming it was... oh, no, they did get down the field here.
Yeah.
29 seconds.
Just now I'm going to be on mute for a little bit at the start of the next game.
They called the timeout.
first down.
Gonna throw it.
Again.
Oh, it was almost an interception.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control
Does Temple have a comeback drive in them?
Multiple plays you can go to, whether it's a run or a pass. You've got to come up with a first down.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here.
That's the completion.
To the tight end.
And do they let the clock run, take a timeout, and try a long field goal?
I know they have big hopes for this drive of where it can ultimately end, but by not picking up that first down, we got a fourth down. They've got to get the first down before they worry about.
They will.
Now a timeout.
This is going to be a long one.
Seconds remaining. Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there
For all the SpaghettiOs.
And there's another one.
Timeout is taken with just
Trying to ice them.
seconds remaining. So on fourth down,
This one is from 57 yards for the win.
to give it a shot, this is a long
The kick is
chance to put his team on
good.
of this game.
Ooh.
Temple
Plenty of leg here too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50?
gonna walk out of Atlanta.
Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And this will be their first BCS win. There is a second on the clock for Indiana.
Indiana want to do something crazy.
So after the go-ahead
Iowa nearly took it back to end the Rose Bowl. Does Indiana have some last moment magic in them? They have to take it out.
outside the goal line.
They can't get any further than the
No.
15. Temple,
Down as time runs out.
the little owl that could, are going to win the Peach Bowl. $16 to 14. Temple beats Indiana. Coming up next is the Orange Bowl. Cincinnati and Georgia Tech.
I don't know what I kind of want for Cincinnati. Do I want this one? Or do we have a reverse of that?
Swap it with the black helmet with the white face mask, I think.
The white helmet with the black face mask?
Black helmet with the white face mask.
White and black, red,
Yeah.
white.
As for Tech.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think all white for Tech.
Even?
Yeah.
Yes, it's clear over here. Alright, good to go?
Good to go.
Alright, gonna be on mute.
From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Welcome to the Orange Bowl.
of the college football playoff.
Cincinnati. Cincinnati 11-2 out of the Big East in their first season in the conference. They'll be taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, who won the ACC in their first season there. Georgia Tech, Cincy, coming up next.
The Bearcats will kick this deep to start us off.
And we're underway from Miami.
From inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Yellow Jackets offense will get the first swing today. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
This guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this.
Here's the squad, a Georgia Tech team that's had a complete overhaul in the time that former Florida QB Matt Muse has been at the helm.
Game there on first down looks to be just inches short of the marker. Second down play coming up. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw.
Gonna air it up over the middle. The field's intercepted! And before we can talk about Georgia Tech, we're gonna have to talk about Cincinnati. The Bearcats have been bubbling under for a few years in the Conference USA, but joined the Big East and have immediately exploded onto the scene.
Steps in front of it for the interception. Now they've got great field position here early in this game.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing.
On 1st and 10, it's caught.
Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Stuffed.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Third down play for this offense.
Cincinnati already making an impact.
Sorsby.
The fake. The screenplay is enough for a first down to the 35-yard line.
Another first down. Looks like the Bearcats come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense stops.
A very loud grunt there.
They're back behind the quarterback now.
2nd and 5 from the 30.
Play action fake. Looking to throw.
On play action, he'll throw it.
Wide out.
Dropped.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So now it's third and short from the 30. A chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt.
On 3rd and 5, the handoff is not going to be enough for a first down.
The defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Bearcats will look
And they're going to go for it.
here on fourth down. They go with a direct snap.
The direct snap to the back is not going to be close.
Knocked him short. What
Turnover on downs. And Georgia Tech.
on downs now.
Georgia Tech will take back over. Screenplay.
They start the drive with a quick throw to the
Still
right
on his
side.
feet to the 40.
And a nice first down gain there. They get him
Last we saw Georgia Tech, they won the Peach Bowl
to go.
over UConn, a fellow Big East runner-up,
The handoff here. Looking
who had natty aspirations before losing to Temple.
short completion to the big tight end. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Keeping it on the ground here.
Scrambling,
Makes the
still on his feet, to the 42.
before crossing midfield to the 42. It's a first and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback
Rolling.
now.
Running it himself.
The big
Gonna be 2nd and 7.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Gonna air it. Has a man open
He pulls
to
it.
the 16.
Tackle made after a big gain. And the Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On the ground, it's Haynes. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. 2nd down after that previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw.
Faking on play action. He's gonna run it himself. Slides. Just shy of the 1st down. It's gonna be 3rd and inches.
Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs to stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to
Throwing it over the middle of the field is incomplete, and they'll send on a field goal unit to take the lead.
So now on comes the field goal unit. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot.
Should be makeable.
Problem knocks it right
It's through, but there's a flag on the play.
There is a flag down. Could they take the points off the board to keep the drive going?
And it is. They'll take away the points,
Penalty. And here comes the
but get another chance to score in exchange.
They'll try to pick up the
On the handoff, and that will be a good decision. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Yellow Jackets.
And a gritty on top.
Great touchdown run here by this back. If the continuity this offensive line was on display, that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Now the all-important extra point. And it's 7-0 after the VH.
It's through.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Last time we saw Georgia Tech in this stadium back in 2017, or at least an intrasite game in the stadium. It was 2017. Tech won the national championship over Ohio State.
Takes the field now. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here?
This was still Georgia Tech under the SEC banner. They just left the SEC this season, and now they're ACC members and ACC champions to boot.
Looking downfield, it's Sorsby.
Gonna air it.
Dumps a short throw down to the running back.
3rd and 3. Cincy back on the field.
After a short gain there. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains here.
And they get a 1st down. Conference USA 2 times have they sent teams to the national championship game in 2008 and 2012. The 2012 game also in this stadium.
That one takes it across.
South Florida won the Conference USA in 2012. They're now a Big East member alongside Cincy.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball.
Another team who is a member at the time of those teams was UAB. In 2008, they made the conference championship. All of those times, 2008 and 2012, both of those were in Miami. Ole Miss would beat UAB in 2008, and in 2012, Oregon would beat South Florida.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That punt is away.
And the returner is brought down to
Brought down.
first quarter of play. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kirk. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far.
It is a 7-0 ball game after one. Georgia Tech with the lead.
Flipped into the field, ready now for the second period. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out.
Cincinnati, no stranger to BCS bowling. They won the Cotton Bowl back in 2007.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. The game makes it second.
They've never played in the Orange Bowl before, though.
Tailback with another carry. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense.
Yeah, Cincy made an appearance in the 07 Cotton Bowl, as well as a big play here for Georgia Tech, as well as they lost the 2020 Peach Bowl to Florida.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up obviously in the NFL. These
Meanwhile, definitely no explanation needed for Georgia Tech. One of the more successful programs in the SEC's history. 2018, they won a Sugar Bowl over Pitt. It actually was a little while since their last BCS win in 1990 in the Sugar Bowl. They won it in 87 and 82 as well. 87 and 90's wins were en route to national championships.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. Run it up.
A run.
Fumble!
Fumble.
Cincy's got it!
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes
Honestly, these uniforms compared to their previous uniforms, kind of a downgrade.
Cincinnati's?
Yeah,
Really?
I like their previous uniforms more. They're much more unique.
I wasn't a fan of the scratches.
Same tailback, another carry. They stop him, but it's a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Ball handed off.
Stuffed.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the
Screenplay will get to about the 41. 3rd and 4.
they got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
looking to throw. It's Sorsby. Catch made by the tight end.
Orange Bowl has been the site of several underdog runs. Cincinnati hoping they can be another. Back in 2004, you had Georgia Southern making it to the Orange Bowl, losing to NC State. You had the Conference USA's Louisville in 09 beating North Carolina. 2010, UConn won the Big East and got slotted here. Lost to Clemson. UAB capped the Bart Riley era with a win in the Orange Bowl over Florida State. 2013, USF won a BCS Bowl with their win over South Carolina here. CUSA's SMU made it in 2016 with losing to Miami. And then, of course, some ACC underdogs like Virginia last season. Temple was an underdog run from the Big East.
Great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw. It keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline.
So on and so forth.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The short completion of the
Georgia Tech is able to stall at Cincinnati in the meantime.
bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Looking to pass here on
Throw it, it's caught. Room to the 40.
It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The Yellow Jackets starting a new series here on 1st and 10. To the air, it's King. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Quarterback looking to pass.
On 2nd and 4. Caught. He can't hang on.
A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football.
Gonna throw it.
Wide out.
Got it.
Here's a wide open receiver.
To the 12-yard line.
Bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And with 50 seconds to go,
It's looking to take advantage of this red zone trap.
can Tech score again? An empty backfield. The pressure's coming. They'll throw it short.
Receiver looks it in.
Timeout as the ball gets to about the 5.
At
Rolling to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Tight end was wide open. How do they lose track of the big fella down there, Kurt?
I don't know. I wish I knew. The defense, to me, looks like they just were so locked in on defending the goal line, they forgot about the tight end. That'll probably be the easiest touchdown throw and catch we see of the game today.
Make it a 13, soon to be 14-0 game in favor of the Yellow Jackets.
With the PHC, they take a 14-0 lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. He'll be sacked.
He's gonna be sacked.
2-yard line.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just
Another thing we've never had in 2KU thus far is a natural safety.
Yeah.
Looks like one more play here before halftime.
And they'll just let the clock run.
Do it for the first half here.
Get themselves out of peril.
For a halftime update.
At the end of the half, Georgia Tech leads 14-0.
thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for
If you want me to step in, give me the word.
today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by
Because
acknowledging the
bird, bird,
sparkling
bird.
play of
Bird
this
is the
tight
purple
end.
word.
The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to
What?
start up the second half.
Huh?
The Yellow Jackets will kick
That booth is freaky.
the second half.
Yep.
He's going to return it.
I don't know what their deal is.
He's tackled at the
It's too spooky.
21. That's where the drive will start. And the Cincinnati offense.
Spooky, scary, skippy. Okay.
Grab down the middle. It's Johnson.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. No huddle here for the offense. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Looks like the Bearcats will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Hurry up on 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. It's Sorsby.
Time's running out. He'll throw it on the sideline. First down.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Bearcats pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Now it's 2nd down here.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Grab near the sticks. It's Royer. Takes the football inside the 30. That's a first down. Bearcats come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's
Cincinnati working their way down the field.
because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be
Another
able to
first down.
come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Looking to throw it from the red zone.
Gonna throw it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
This quarterback on fire today.
adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And now to try here for the extra point.
Kick is up and good, and Cincy finally on the board.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. So last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here?
Gonna throw it up there. It's caught.
Who makes the grab? They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Passing efficiency is almost always higher off of play action. And you see why right here. The fake froze the defender for a second, and then the quarterback was able to zip it to the open player.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quick throw. The catch is made.
Caught.
Defense surrounds him. Just a
Another
short gain on that completion.
Short gain. 2nd and 8.
Run on the previous play. Here's the handoff on a counter. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44?
3rd and 9.
They're going to throw for the 1st down.
Gonna throw it.
He releases it, and the pass
Incomplete. And Tech will have to punt it.
kick it away.
This could be the break that this could be the break that one Cincinnati would need. They'll go in the end zone for a touchback to try and tie this game.
The end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at 38. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to pass. It's Sorsby. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw.
Throwing it, caught.
Finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. It's a huge gain across midfield. Ball will be spotted about the 31. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off play action, he's looking to
2nd down and 9. Has all day to throw it. He will.
play here.
Dropped.
Incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down.
3rd and 9. To the end zone. No.
Oh, and he can't quite hold on.
And they'll try a field goal here.
Interception here today, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From about 46 yards to make it a 4-point game. Kick is on the way.
He's got it.
And it's good.
7 yards away, showing off the deep range. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there.
And Georgia Tech might take us to the end of the 3rd here.
They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Quarterback escapes the pocket.
Scrambling. Still with room to work.
Breaking free.
Out of bounds. To the 36.
They get him down, but that's a good run. Enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
This brings up the end of the third quarter. 14-10, Georgia Tech in the lead.
Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly.
Good job there.
Crosses midfield to the 46. The Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards.
Gonna air it.
Just to keep
Caught.
this defense honest.
To the 30.
And the game just good enough for a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Important second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's King.
Gonna throw it. Caught.
And finds his target there.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
The Yellow Jackets are in the red zone now. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. And they get him down after the completion. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll work the clock.
Gonna run it.
Running game. And the senior
Laying the clock run. Tech in control. 3rd and 4.
important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Looking for some
Running it himself.
Haynes. And he's brought down, but not before he gets
That's a handoff. Pardon me. 1st and goal.
for the offense a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. Send the back in motion.
This is the handoff. Has room to work. Not gonna get in. 2nd and goal.
True to run. It's a short game. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the
2-minute warning.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. They'll try to
Scramble. The handoff is in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
still clicking.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
And now they'll set up for the point after. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. The kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Kick is away. A bit of pixels in there.
Inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage
And
team. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field.
Cincy in a hole.
Is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here.
Caught.
Over the middle.
Let it get settled for a moment.
Wait, what?
You're just letting it
What?
get settled for a moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to step in or anything, or?
No.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. And the quarterback dropping back. Running out of
Have to
time
step
in the pocket.
all the way back. I'll just get rid of it.
Throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Dropping back. It's Sorsby.
Gonna throw it.
Catches
Caught.
across the middle about
1st down.
They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. looking to throw it again. Let's it go.
Gonna air it.
That one falls
Incomplete.
Good defensive play brings up second down. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down.
Incomplete.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down.
Gonna throw it deep. Swatted away. And this might be Cincy's last chance in this one.
Brings up a 4th down. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice.
Gonna throw it. Caught. No, he dropped it.
Stop with his defense on 4th down. The offensive coordinator's got to love his starting field position. And they'll use the ground game here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Cincy with a timeout.
Timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They'll feed the back again.
As Tech will run it out.
Take it down, but not before
And nab a great performance in their first ACC season. 21-10.
preserve as much clock as possible. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
Let it run. Tech getting a big win and a 12-win season in their first year as an ACC team. Up next, we wrap up with the Fiesta Bowl. Oklahoma State and Boise State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah or nah?
I think there's a different black helmet.
Alright.
Keep going through. I think the Black Pete helmet.
So
Yeah.
is it a boom or is it a doom?
Yeah, we
Oh,
bring
this is already even.
we bring the boom. Before we start,
That's what we-
or actually after we do the intro, I'm gonna use the bathroom here.
They'd be around probably 8 o'clock their time. Alright, did it go?
Yeah.
Alright. Boom or doom?
The Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, the nightcapper and the final BCS bowl game. Oklahoma State, once again, just short of a Big 12 championship, but trying to win their 3rd straight BCS bowl game here in Arizona. They're up against the perennial underdog in their final year of Mountain West membership, who stole a championship away from an undefeated San Jose State, the Boise State Broncos. In the stadium that made them famous, they return to... Whoa. The Broncos are returning to Glendale, Arizona.
This bowl game, not sponsored by Verbo, should be done by Tostitos.
Damn right.
What a fall off.
Oklahoma State will get us started.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the
After that big hit, I'll let Danny take over for a little bit. Tell them about Oklahoma State's season.
offense is up first today.
Oklahoma State traditionally one of the big powerhouses of the Big 12. Actually started off their season, they started all right. They started the season 5-0 with wins against Western Illinois, Arkansas, Tulsa, Minnesota, and Houston. But a devastating loss on the road at Texas A&M. They did bounce back with wins against Baylor, Texas Tech, then lost to Kansas State. They beat Iowa State and they had the battle against Oklahoma for the division. They went to 3 overtimes and won 32-26.
Quarterback operating an empty set.
Then they went on to the conference championship in Arlington and they lost 25-28. Their curse in Arlington continues.
Brought down at the 33. That's
Bringing us here to Glendale, Arizona.
Between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
They'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man.
And he's got the first down.
Right near the sideline. Gets the football.
Boise State wearing their traditional uniforms, uniforms they are mostly known for wearing in previous Fiesta Bowls, including their national championship uniform that they won a few years back when they beat USC right in the stadium.
Or an interception.
The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field.
And of course, Oklahoma State wearing all black with the Pete helmet. You know, Cowboys and Fiesta, and he trucks a man.
They get it down, but the game moves the ball.
Steps armed him.
Nothing better
Ooh,
than
a little chippy.
on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Cowboys will line
Boise
up
State
on
had a very
first down.
disappointing game yesterday against, or 2 days ago against Penn State in the playoff.
It's a nice wrap
Great job for them for at least appearing. He deserved it more than Alabama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina.
Run game held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to throw. It's Bowman. QB to the tight end for a completion.
He stopped.
But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
This will be 3rd and short, the 7th play of the opening drive. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a
Going for the
seed on
field goal
this
right here.
defense.
It's going to be
They're
a
gonna style of play.
45. Kick us up,
Right down the middle.
and it's good.
The scoreless tie here.
Oklahoma State takes the lead 3-0.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And as Boise State comes out in the field, let's take a look at their season.
Offense makes their way onto the
Boise
field for their
State
first
started off
possession.
their season really rocky. In fact, they started the season 3-1, wins against USF, Marshall, and Washington, but a loss to Idaho.
Yeah, these
Then they suffered another loss to San Jose State. They would bounce back by beating Columbia, Wyoming, but then had another upset loss against Nevada. They would then continue to run their conference, winning all the remaining games, including being a favorite Air Force, a good Utah State, a good New Mexico, and even upsetting San Jose State in the conference championship game in the revenge game, leading them now to Fiesta Bowl.
Nice crease in the back, found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
On first down, it's play action. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Here's the second down play.
And here we go for Boise State. Can they make a good drive?
Shotgun running play call.
And he stopped.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wide out.
Boise State goes down and got the almost just dropped.
Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're
All right, now I'm back. Right at the end of the third quarter, I saw Oklahoma State got a field goal.
Yep.
Boise's gonna punt.
A 47-yard field goal.
No, kick it away here. This one will be
Take the fair catch.
and the Oklahoma
OK State's back on the field.
They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. There's the handoff. Jukes to get free.
Still on his feet
To tackle into the clear.
to the 39.
Made after a big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Won't get to the line though. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma State leads 3-0.
Well, Kirk, Oklahoma State has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Gordon. He'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Bowman. Receiver makes the catch.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Try and muscle for the first down. The Cowboys pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Just what a great battle.
Another move for the first down.
Push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
And the Cowboys keep the football on the move. And at first down, they go right back to him.
Another handoff.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so second and 3.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth
That mouth is still cursed by that one lady.
Yeah.
Offense gets
It's been less cursed if you've seen, what, 38 games in the last few weeks?
Yeah.
quarterback drops back. We're gonna test
Come
this
on,
here.
EA, give us custom signs. We can put on something funny and also have something different. The same crowd reactions.
First down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
The Cowboys line up on first and 10 now. shotgun.
Stepping up. Hasn't made open. Still on his feet to the 20, out of bounds.
Down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And the Cowboys will hustle to the line here to run the hurry out.
Hey, I have a disease, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
I have a fever. And the only prescription
And there's the handoff.
is more cowbell.
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Back to pass. It's Bowman.
Rolling, rolling.
Defense is coming after
They'll just get rid of it.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
3rd and 5.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down.
Caught.
Catch made.
That's a first down.
He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Cowboys line it up with 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun.
To the end zone. Touchdown! Oklahoma State.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
They might review it, see if he actually had it.
Just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
And it'll stand.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point
It's
is
good.
They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return starts just inside.
Oh, the spin move.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field.
Up, the UFL had some breaking news. For
Break.
this season.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls in.
Up the game.
Speaking of breaking,
Gonna give this one a little.
while we
Yeah, this
do,
one's
what's
a
the
little-
breaking news? Show it in chat.
The UFL has just released their official football schedule for next season.
Okay.
Yeah, and doesn't say any expansions just yet, but they did say at least it'll be a schedule at least.
Cool.
Let this guy catch up. There
There
you go.
by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So after the incompletion.
The
it's
end of
down.
March will be when the season kicks off
There's the snap.
for the UFL. Gonna throw it
It's
for a
complete.
first down to the 30. Timeout Broncos.
The yardage is good enough for the first down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Here's the snap. Looking to
Gonna air it up there. Caught. Past the 40. Still on his feet. Still going past the 50 to the 44.
play
down to the 40-yard line. First down, Boise.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, I got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man.
Gonna air it deep. Caught! Whoa! Sounded like I was drowning. Caught for a first. No, he dropped it though. They still call it University of Phoenix Stadium, I just noticed.
2nd and 10.
That's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's Allstate, right?
State Farm.
No, State Farm.
Setting up the
Oh!
and he finds
With Jake.
tight end for the catch. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
But is he wearing khakis?
The Broncos with 1st and 10 here.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it
Pop.
Caught! To the 5. Timeout Bronx.
receiver downfield. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal. So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is
It's Boise's ball in the second half.
and he drops back in
Gonna throw it.
caught near the goal line.
He can't round the corner to get into the end zone.
Of the end zone. Spotted at the 1.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Offense
Probably gonna run a play.
and goal.
If they don't get it in, just try a field goal.
Drops back
Gonna throw it.
for an open man.
He's got a touchdown this time. Touchdown Broncos.
And his running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the
And who else but the senior Javari Johnson in his final game in the orange and blue. He was the key back on that national championship squad Boise won in this stadium 2 years ago.
Forgettable.
Forgettable.
Point after attempt.
As here we are, the final BCS Bowl. Only the championship remains.
Trail by 3 now. 10-7.
We have some more bowl games coming tomorrow and the day after.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he takes
2,
this
get to
from
the 10,
inside the 5.
15, brought down at the 19.
Good job by the coverage team. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Trying to find some room. It's Gordon. That's a nice tackle
Nothing.
by the senior. Miller's gonna wrap
And that will end the half.
here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors.
At the end of 2 quarters, Oklahoma State leads 10-7.
Very entertaining first 2 quarters of football. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
And the Cowboys will kick this away to
Boise will start off the second. Start off the third with the ball.
Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field.
Nice.
First down, looking to throw the football.
Gonna air it. It's
And
tipped.
bubbled.
Incomplete.
Hang on, looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Never underestimate a defensive lineman's ability to play the passing lanes. Smart defensive linemen keep an eye on the quarterback, and if they see the ball coming out, they're able to get those big, long arms up and try to get a piece of it.
They look to throw it here on second down.
Gonna air it up there. Has him in open.
Deep shot here.
First down.
They make the tackle, but it's a big gain. Ball near midfield, spotted at the 49.
Great job here by this offense to open up the second half with an aggressive approach, sending a clear message to this defense that they are ready to be aggressive to win this game.
And the Broncos come to the line to run the hurry up. They're going to run it here.
On a handoff. Look at this. Big run. Still on his feet.
It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Quick pass. The catch is made.
To the 20-yard line.
On the play and makes a decent gain.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
The Broncos are in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it.
Throwing it again.
Quick grab.
First
To the
down.
15.
Picks up the first down.
Moving the sticks.
Into the ground. Nice catch made out of a slot position. That's going to be tough to stop today, Kirk.
He is so dangerous in space at that slot position. Nice job at the top of that route. Gave a little shoulder fake to create that separation. Made it easy for the quarterback to find him and make that throw.
And the Broncos lining up here on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10 to the end zone. Touchdown.
Broncos. Will take the
Reminder of this, a kid born on just part of Gen Beta.
Show the confidence that they have in their quarterback. And if
A new generation starts today.
Yesterday.
We're at the precipice of a new generation. Though Boise State wants to bring back their old glory, and boy have they had a lot of it.
extra point makes
Up and good. 2006 they won the Fiesta Bowl over Oklahoma. 2009 they beat TCU in the Fiesta Bowl. 2012 they moved from the WAC to the Mountain West. They beat Kansas State in the Cotton Bowl a year later when they joined in 2011. They made another BCS Bowl in 2019, losing to Texas Tech in the Cotton Bowl. 2022, they made the national championship, beating USC. And here they are again in Tempe, or in Glendale. Because that was also, and Natty was also in Glendale, Arizona.
this back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
At this point, Phoenix may as well be a home away from home for the Broncos, but they're going to be moving out of their current home, the Mountain West, in a move to the Pac-12, which starts in 2025. They'll be joined alongside Colorado State, Fresno State, and Utah State.
Bigger competition that they're going to be facing and bigger opponents they see on their schedule.
They'll be reuniting with former foe in Utah from the Mountain West.
And the wideout goes in motion. Dropping back. It's Bowen.
Throwing it. That's your first down.
Pocket complete over the middle. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent
And what better way for Boise to go out than being an underdog with their upset win in the conference championship over former WAC foe in San Jose State.
He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And he's tackled.
It's going to be 2nd and 3 here.
for some space.
There's your first down. Past midfield.
But he crosses midfield of the 48.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to
Gonna throw it.
they tackle him. Looks like it's going to be
Brought down. 2nd and inches.
the marker, inches away.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. And now the handoff.
Stopped.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to
Got him down immediately. It's 3rd and 3.
out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense
Oklahoma State relying on Ronald Fortune, a Heisman finalist running back.
3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on.
So look at the stats. Boise has the lead with only 4 minutes of possession,
We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make
as opposed to OK State's 10. Here
this W?
comes 3rd and 3. Calling an audible.
Gonna pick up the 3rd.
They're gonna try throwing it,
Grab down the middle. It's
and that's enough for a first down.
moves the ball to the 35. Another first down. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on 3rd down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing him the football.
On 1st and 10, caught.
Grab behind the line. It's Freeman.
Stopped.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
It's gonna be 2nd and 2.
And completion sets up a 2nd down play. Gonna run it. It's Gordon.
First down.
And they tackle him, but not
And they're on the red zone.
up the first.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And the Cowboys will have 1st and 10 here. Snapping it from the red zone.
On 1st and 10, it's caught.
Makes the grab. Can he get there? He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Love to see a post corner executed perfectly because it really shows you the time that a quarterback and a receiver have put in together. That time it's ran perfectly. The timing was there, and great throw and catch.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. Looking downfield. It's
Throwing into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
and they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. An important PAT now to make this a 3-point game.
To bring it to a 3-point deficit.
And good. They go up by 3 here in the 4th quarter. Can they hang on? The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football.
Throwing it.
Receiver makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. That's It's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it.
Gonna throw it. Caught.
Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And the game just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw.
1st and 10. Caught.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. First down here for this offense. Looking to throw again.
On 1st and 10.
Finds his target.
Out of bounds at the 30.
Solid gain, more than enough to
We'll have time for one more play before a 2-minute warning.
Positive yards here. Fourth quarter trailing really close to the 2-minute mark here. But I love the fact he's able to get out of bounds, preserve that clock. Let's see if they can take some shots downfield to get points on the board.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it on first down.
Gonna throw it.
Out of the wideout.
Incomplete.
Can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Last play before 2-minute warning, and they're gonna make it count inside the 10. Touchdown!
Touchdown, BSU.
Boise State gonna take the lead here. They'll be up 4 with 1:56 to go.
Now they'll try to tack on the PAT late in this close game.
And it makes it a 4-point game.
And goods, the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 18.
Right down to the 18. Oklahoma State will have 1:53 to try and take the lead back.
And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right.
Gonna air it.
Touchdown. We'll see if the defense
Caught. Timeout. Pokes.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
This guy's been such a big factor in this game. Already a couple touchdowns. Now they need the first down. They dial him up again, and he delivers.
Here comes a first down pass.
Throwing quickly.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle, and he's tackled after
Only gonna be a game one. I still don't get why they called their first time out just now.
Good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
I guess if the game's gonna run off this much clock,
second down after that completion.
may as well.
Scanning the field, it's Bowman. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side, and he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Boy, just a really heads-up play by this receiver. Yeah, he maybe could have fought to get the first down, but I love the fact he got out of bounds. You save your timeouts, you stop the clock, the offense has a chance to regroup, and now you're in striking distance to get the right play called at the right time.
3rd and 5.
Shotgun formation here on third down.
Airing it over the middle. And he's got a man left side down to the 30.
Open. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30. Timeout is called here to stop the clock on this crucial possession. First down, looking to throw the ball.
Gonna throw it.
He's looking deep.
Swatted.
Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back.
On 2nd and 10, he'll just throw it short, but he can't hang on.
There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back.
On 3rd and 10, he'll throw it. Has a man open. Can he cross the plane? No, it'll be a yard short.
Tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
Smart decision, probably not scoring it immediately. So Boise has as little time as possible.
Dropping back. It's Bowman.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Oklahoma State. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Oh, man, I think the defense was so caught up with their
With 50 seconds, Boise's going to be down a field goal.
running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
And now the important PAT to make it a 3-point lead. And the kick is good.
Kick is up and good.
Game now in the 4th quarter. It's all up to the defense. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Taking it from the end zone.
Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage
There are
team.
48 seconds to go.
State offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out
Pressure's coming. He'll throw it over the middle of the field. It's going to be caught.
for a big gain.
And they'll take that first time out.
Wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important.
You, at the very least, need a field goal to send this game to overtime.
Some big plays. And looking to throw now on first down.
Gonna heave it deep.
Running out, they'll take a deep shot.
Swatted down.
Broken up, ball's incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes the shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
2nd and 10.
Quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Looking to pass here on second down.
The pressure's coming. He'll throw it. Has a man open to the 50.
Downfield.
And there's that timeout again.
Quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. The Broncos have 1st and 10 here.
Boise down 3.
Moving the secondary. Trying to create
He'll have to run it himself. And they'll call that last timeout. They're at the very least in field goal range. Remember, they have the kicker of the year.
4 seconds remaining. Second down play coming up.
Kicked a 61-yarder
Off the play.
in the game against San Jose State.
He's running out of time here. Cannot
He can't throw it.
taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the
They might not have enough time.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the
And that might be it.
and not take the stack, especially in the 4th quarter.
They can't get to the line. OK State is going to win it. (24-21). The Pokes survive. And that will wrap the BCS for 2024. We still have 3 more days of football left for the 2KU. So 3 more days of football tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 4 more games coming your way. The famous Toastery Bowl has Jacksonville State and Drake. The First Responder Bowl, Toledo and South Alabama. The Cheez-It Bowl from Houston, Texas State and Missouri State. And the Dollar General Bowl, Middle Tennessee and Austin P. That's on the 3rd. On the 4th, we'll have the Birmingham Bowl, Navy and Rutgers. The GoDaddy.com Bowl, Arkansas State and Western Michigan. The Eagle Bank Bowl, Kennesaw State and Stephen F. Austin. And we wrap with the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl between Central Arkansas and Cal State Fullerton before January 11th, the National Championship. That's our final weekend plus planned out. Thank you all so much for watching. That'll do it for us here today, and so long from the 2KU.